Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning for the week of January 16th through 22nd in my catch-all big happy planner. I'm coming off of a sinus infection right now, so my voice is a little froggy, so I apologize for that. But I'm just going to get to planning. There's a bunch of things that need to get into the spread for this week. I knew I wanted to do something wintry, so I pulled these According to Allie stickers. I have the pine trees and I have the winter essentials. This one reads a little bit more Christmassy for me with like the cookies, but I think it'll be doable, and I'm just going to probably pull and pick whatever I need to match the pine trees. You can use my code Caitlin10 to save 10% off at According to Allie. I will link her shop down below. So I've got these two sheets, and then I wanted something to go behind them. I grabbed this scrapbook paper, which I think is a map of New York or like Manhattan, and I got it at Joann's. It's an American Crafts one. I liked the kind of neutral cream tones of that. I thought it would kind of pair nice with the outdoorsy vibes or like the wintry, cozy cottage feel of this. And then the other day at work, I had to return a record that was damaged when I opened it, and we had to send the record back to the manufacturer, but my manager was going to throw out the packaging, so I was like, can I keep the packaging for a craft project? It's a Taylor Swift record. So I have the two album sleeves right here that I thought I could kind of tear up or cut apart to like maybe add some song lyrics in or some bits of branches. This one is from Evermore. So I thought that might be the nice touch to bring the pine trees in. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot because I have this here and I'm going to make something out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these pages off the discs and we will get started. I'm going to use the map paper as my first layer, and for the sidebar, I'm just going to rip a section of this. I don't want this week's list icon to show, so I think this will cover it up. This scrapbook paper has been sitting on my like craft room couch for, I want to say 2 months maybe. It's just kind of in a pile. It needs to get used, and I thought this might be the perfect occasion for that. I'm using my Tombow Monodots adhesive to put that into place. And I'm going to stick that right into this corner. I would like to layer it with some of the Taylor Swift lyrics, so I'm going to have to pick out a nice chunk of that. I feel so weird like ripping into the vinyl packaging, but it was going to go in the trash otherwise. So let's see what we got. I could do lyrics, or I like the trees. And maybe I could like mix and match and do both. It's a weird kind of like shape because it's like pocket folders to hold the record. So I got to figure out how I want to do this. We're going for rustic, so I kind of just ripped them apart. And I'm going to take maybe some lyrics for this cluster because I know I'm going to have the trees with the According to Allie tree stickers. And I'm just going to rip into this album cover. I think this is like a good amount of it. It's pretty glossy, so I don't know how well this is showing up on video. But in person, it's just brown paper with white lyrics on it. And it's not exactly a straight edge, so I don't want to put it right up against the edge of the page. I'm just going to place it right here. Moving over to the According to Allie pine trees. I have 2 of them. I bought them during her Black Friday sale just because I love these so much. One of my favorite designs that she has in her shop. And they even have like little cutouts between the branches, so they're pretty precise lining on those. Not sure how I want to mix and match them with the other stickers, but for now, we're just going to place some pine trees. And these ones are going to go in Monday, and then I'll just put all my commitments for Monday up at the top of the box. I'll do this one right here. I think that worked out all right. For boxes, I'm going to be pulling from the Mojo Jojo Plans Brown Boxes and More. I recently got her Go Wild sticker book, and it is so cute. The color palette in that is just spot on perfection. I won't be at the conference for Go Wild, but I will be in DC during the time of Go Wild, so let me know if you're going to be there. I'm looking forward to seeing some planner friends. And speaking of conferences, they just announced that CPC, Chicago Planner Conference, is coming back this year in the fall. So I'm definitely going to be there because Chicago is a lot closer to me than DC is. So I've got Mondays kind of tasks, podcast recording, and work. And before I put like decorative stuff on Tuesday, I probably want to do boxes just because these decorative things are a little bit bigger than what I'm normally using in this planner. And on Tuesday, I just have an appointment in the morning, and then I have sticker orders to catch up on. I'm working on stuff from my January release. So this one is going to go right here for my appointment, and then maybe checklist in the top section. I could do the bullet points out of this book, or I could just stick with like a regular checklist. I normally use the bullet points, but this week I'm really feeling just like the sticker checklist. It's nice and simple and easy. And I'll probably put like a header on that with some according to Allie script stickers or something like that. Gonna go back to my functional boxes to do Wednesday's list of things. So I'm going to take one of the larger ones and then one of the smaller ones. This book is falling apart a little bit just because it is one of my more used box sticker books. I got a second copy of this during her Black Friday sale. So once this one's done, I'll move into that. But I don't think this particular sticker book is going to be used up anytime soon just because there's so many stickers in it. I like these better than the Happy Planner colorful boxes because there's not that wasted element of space with like the weird hexagon stickers that I never use, like the strip stickers with the quotes on them that I never use, that kind of thing. Because if you're buying the same sticker book over and over again, you don't want the same like quotes. And half of the colors in the Happy Planner one I don't use, so I like the fact that you can get like very monochromatic books from Mojo Jojo Plans. I do wish there were like gold foiled options, like just a book of gold foiled ones, but I have enough of the Happy Planner ones to last me for a while, so I think I will be fine without a single book of them. Also a huge fan of the addition of like single bullet points in this sticker book because I use so many of those just to mark off like chores and tasks and packages that are going to arrive, all the fun different like things that I need to mark in my planner that don't quite need their own box. So this is what I've got so far. I'm thinking I'm going to do like another little decorative cluster up on Wednesday. So let me see what I can do with that. I don't want to go too big because I need to keep it up in that top box. But if I do it between Wednesday and Thursday, that wouldn't be terrible. I want to do like a rounded cluster of this, but I also don't want to put this like in a weird direction because it is a map. So it's supposed to be facing a certain way. Got this weird kind of like strip of it that I was thinking could go like here and then have the Taylor Swift like up on the top of Thursday. That wouldn't be terrible. I just want to make sure that it goes exactly where I want it to go. So I'm going to put the adhesive onto this before I even tear the Taylor Swift lyrics. And I really do think the theme of this spread is like very much the Taylor Swift Evermore album, just with all the like foresty trees. That was not what I was going for. I was going to say foresty green, but we don't really have a whole lot of that. But like, it feels very foresty to me. So that's going to stick right there. And then I grabbed these lyrics from Right Where You Left Me. And this one's going to go up here on the top. And we'll fit like a tree into the weird gap between the two of them. I don't know if I need to bring in quotes because there already is text on the page in these song lyrics. So maybe I just kind of leave it with like the decorative stuff and not like a lot of quotes or anything like that. Not quite sure yet. Probably going to need to get these onto the pages and then make a call a little bit later down the line. We're going to go with this pine tree. So I think I'm left with the two kind of like shorter ones at this point. I used the two taller pine trees, but I do have that second sheet. It's just a question of how many pine trees do I really need in one planner spread. This one's going to go right here. And I'll probably layer it with the other one because this one is the smallest and it's not going to take up like a huge amount of room in the middle of my week. So I'll stagger them. And now we've finished another sticker sheet, adding it to the pile of things or sticker sheets that I've finished in 2023 already. Eventually I'll cut these apart and repunch them with my Crop-A-Dile, but to just make things a little bit easier on myself, I'm going to keep them together for now, just in case I want to add in more stickers into that cluster. Not sure if I want to do the According to Allie Winter Essentials, or if I want to pick something else altogether. I'm going to add in Thursday functional boxes, and I think they're going to need to just go down here in the bottom. There's not really room for a checklist on Thursday, but Thursday is just another day where I'm getting stuff done. I'm getting orders packed. And I could cut a checklist in half if I want to, or I could put more decorative stuff into this box and just like round it out that way. Or wait, I think I did something wrong. I need to just double check. I think I duplicated Wednesday's plans onto Thursday. Thursday is not actually that busy. Peeled those stickers up off of Thursday, did tear the page in the process. I do feel like these pages are a little bit thinner than the last Happy Planner I was using, which is a little frustrating, but I could cover it with a sticker. I would like to have a checklist there, but it won't be the end of the world if I just like have to cover it up for the stability of the page. You can like kind of see through that spot on the back side of it, which is annoying, but I'll live with it. I'm gonna rehome this box right up here on Friday. Now I have this random box that I don't know exactly what to do with. I think this is just gonna have to be like a Saturday thing. And I'm gonna place it up here in the top because I'm probably gonna want another one of those larger clusters with the scrapbook paper and the lyrics down in the bottom of Sunday. It went on a little bit wrinkly, but I can just kind of smooth it out. And this box probably should have been before the second box I need to put on Saturday, but not the end of the world. As long as I mark everything with times, it all makes sense in the end. So I'm going to place one of these right above the Saturday one. I don't have any plans on the books for Sunday just yet, so that's going to stay kind of blank for the time being. And now I want to grab more scrapbook paper and do like another big interest cluster. I think we're going to need to grab that second sheet of pine trees. And for this one, I'm just going to kind of cut straight up from what I already have torn. And then I'll just rip the top edge of it. I don't know exactly how the shape is going to turn out. Not bad. I think this can make it in the corner pretty well. Yeah, that looks fine. So I'll tack this one down before I go back for more lyrics to add into the spread. There might be a little bit of overhang that I just need to trim up with the scissors, but that's not terrible to fix. And for the last piece of the album cover, I went with the one that had Evermore in it because I wanted to have the title of the album in the spread. So more Mono Dots adhesive, that's kind of the theme for this. And I'm going to place that right here, leaving enough room for some pine trees. And I'll grab these. I'm probably going to use the taller ones in this corner just because it feels a little bit more spatially acceptable to have the taller pine trees than it does in the middle of the spread. But I could mix and match. I could do one of the taller pine trees with like the shortest pine tree. Give a little bit of variation here. And I want to make sure that the titles of those songs are still visible, so I'm not covering those up. Left with 2 pine trees now. But I'd like more checklists, and that's my problem because I kind of covered up all of the full boxes, so nothing is left as a full empty box now. I can take these ones and I can cut them in half to make like 2 separate checklists, but I don't like how it would be uneven. Like one would have 2 bullet points and one would have 3. So I think I'm just gonna cut a couple of them because I haven't really been using these checklists anyway. I think I'm just gonna cut like 2 or 3 of them into the 3 bullet point checklists, and I'm gonna try to make them line up so that they are equal sizes. And I'm just gonna save the leftovers because maybe in another spread I'm gonna want a bunch of 2 bullet point checklists. I'm not sure yet. So I'm gonna cut 3 just to err on the side of caution here. And I'm just kind of stacking them, and I'll pull them apart hopefully when they're done. So I've made my 3 bullet point checklists. Now to place them into the planner spread, let's see where these will fit. Some of the ink is sticking to the back of the one that I placed it on top of, but they're still brown. It's fine. Let's see. I'm going to place Thursdays in the middle so that if I have other plans come up that need boxes, I can cover up that tear in the middle of the page. And then this one is going to go on Saturday. And if I have plans come up on Sunday, I don't think it's going to be anything like huge, so I can probably put this last checklist up here at the top of Sunday. That worked out well, although I think what I said I was going to do is title them with the According to Allie script, so I need to bump these down a little bit. That worked out all right. Now I'm going to grab those script stickers to get them in place. For those lists, I'm going to go with today because anything on those lists could be like a to-do list task, but it could also be like something that I need to remember for that day, like a package arriving, or I don't know, something like a release that goes live in someone's shop that I want to shop. So they're all going to be today lists instead of to-do lists. I could put like a swatch of mild liner behind them to give a little pop of color, but I don't know what color I would do, and I like them just directly on the pages like this, so I'm going to keep it like that. And even the 3 bullet point ones are going to get one. I went with the clear stickers because I just didn't have enough of the paper ones, but this would be an instance where I would feel okay using the paper script stickers because I'm not like highlighting anything behind it. I'm looking at these winter essentials and it just doesn't feel right for the spread, so I'm going to skip on those ones for this particular spread. And now I'm going to go ahead and just separate that out and repunch the pages. I can't decide if these According to Allie woodland creatures would work well into this spread. I feel like maybe that fits exactly what I'm trying to do here, so I'll take 1 or 2 of them maybe. I'm not sure if I'm going to regret this decision or not. That's the real thing. I've got this bear that kind of like looks like it's clinging to something. And I thought maybe if I could like put it around one of the boxes, that might be nice. So I'm going to do that right here. Uses up a little bit of my writable space, but not the end of the world. Then I can take this chipmunk. And this chipmunk is going to be perched on the box for Friday. So I'm trying to work these into like the body of the spread. I've got little hedgehog, which is adorable. Could stick it in the forest, like over here maybe. I don't want to cover up like the quote that I've already got here unless I want to like wipe that out, which I think I do. I like the hedgehog kind of down at the bottom of this page. So your happiness is a priority. Guess that's not getting prioritized this week. Hedgehogs are. I've got the foxes that are really cute and like doing this little jumping thing, but I just don't know where I would place them. Take the other one of the chipmunks to go into this tree cluster. I think that'll fill up the space nicely. And I'm worried about the foxes because I think the orange is just going to pull away from all the neutrals that I'm playing around with right now, so maybe I don't do that. For the hedgehog, I know this is maybe a little bit of a controversial move, if you could say controversial. I think I'm going to split the hedgehog between the 2 pages in this tree cluster, which means maybe punching through the hedgehog's face. I think I placed it in a way that I won't have to like get rid of any details, but it will need to be cut up. And I feel bad cutting up animal stickers because, you know, they're animal stickers, but this is the way of the planner spread. Alrighty, repunched that one with the crocodile. And And the face is fine, so I think the hedgehog will live to see another day. As far as these ones go, I think I'm going to save these stickers for another project. The colors just, like the foxes are just going to be a little too bold. I like the second bear, but I don't know if I have like a space that it would work in necessarily. And to just keep adding into this, because I can do that, I have these leftover Create with Mandy watercolor coats, which are really faint, and I think they aren't overpowering. Like I said, I wouldn't put quotes in here because we already got the song titles, but these I think will balance out all right. So this one that says there are times when silence is a poem, I think is great for like this woodland forest scene. I want to put it right down here, but I need to white out that line. So I'm going to grab this jelly roll marker. I'm using an 08 today. And I just whited out all the corner lines so that this could fit nicely into the space. I don't want to overlap it onto the brown paper because then it's going to be really difficult to read because these are just such faint quotes. But I think it looks really good right there. There are times where silence is a poem. And then this one that says seeking peace is going to go somewhere. Maybe over by the chipmunk, but again, I can't really layer these because they're so faint. I was thinking just kind of up here in the sidebar. And then having the little trail off just be right between those two boxes. So that worked out for me. All I've got left is this one little watercolor splotch, but I'm not going to use that in this spread. That feels a little random. And I think with that, this is going to be done. There was a moment there where I was like, I could just stop here with like the pine trees and the paper. And that was a little too simple for me, so I'm glad I pushed it a bit further, but this seems like a natural stopping place for me. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on the discs and get a good look at it. So here it is, my Evermore inspired catch-all spread. It wasn't that in the beginning, but now it is that, and I love the way it turned out. I think all these stickers ended up working really well together. You can use my code Caitlin10 to save 10% off at both According to Allie and Create with Mandy, so I'll link them down below. I do like the way that this record kind of played into the spread, or the record sleeve played into the spread. It's peeling up a little bit in the corner, so I'm going to take this Zig two-way glue pen and just add a little bit of tacking glue right behind it to just keep those corners down. It is buckling a little bit in the middle because I don't think I punched it exactly right with the crocodile. That is the one thing you have to be like super cognizant of when you're using the single hole punch, is like making them all in the exact right places. Otherwise you get some like weird kind of warped pages, but not the end of the world. It's just 1 week of spreads and then I'll flip over into the next. I love the way this turned out. I like being able to use like found materials or like things that would end up in the trash in my planner. So here you have it, this outdoorsy kind of winter spread. I'm looking forward to making a whole bunch of Valentine's Day spreads in February. So I want to get all of the winter vibes like into January. It really feels like it has been that between like last week and this, I guess, was like more New Year's-y, but we're going for winter here. But there you have it. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos, as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning.